What's up, good people? It's Rob Lee here. I haven't seen you guys for a day. I've been busy with some YouTube, Google issues. I was notified that I had received a strike against one of my videos for hate speech. And to the credit of YouTube and Google, they removed the strike when it was shown that I had committed no acts of hate speech. But it seems that a couple people had complained on me that I was promoting hate speech in a video that had to do with Milo Yiannopoulos. And in my appeal, I simply said that how can my video that I mirrored be guilty of hate speech when it's on 50 different other sites? And to Google's credit, they fixed it, and I commend them for that. So there still is some people that are willing to try to be fair and to allow everybody to have a platform. I've never promoted hate on this site. In fact, I think I've made it abundantly clear that in many videos I've said that whether you be black, white, tan, yellow, green, red, I don't care. If you came to my door and you were in need, I would try to help you. I believe that all children, I don't care what their color, what their religious beliefs, where they are, they're entitled to food, medicine, shelter, clothing, and education. I don't care where they come from. It doesn't really matter to me. Now let's move on to this article right here. This is from the Independent Sentinel, and this is a fabulous little site that I've been checking out. And some of you who've been following my channel, you know that I've done quite a few videos about the Sudanese and the Somalis. And some people have said that I've been too hard on them. And I've even had a couple of black people send me send me messages and say, hey, don't lump us together with those people. I'm not lumping anybody together with anybody, man. I'm simply telling the truth. I'm not lumping anybody in together, and I'm not trying to promote any kind of hate. What I'm trying to promote is awareness. That's it, nothing more. There's no hate. It's awareness. And this is a moving article. And it was buried. It didn't make national attention. It didn't really do that well locally, and you have to wonder why. Why was this not touched? I mean, this is pretty serious, man. And this is a pandemic. This is not an epidemic, it's a pandemic. It's incredibly serious, and it's all throughout the Midwest and the Western states because of the cheap labor being brought over here. February the 7th, 2017, by S. Noble, the Independent Sentinel. Sudanese refugee in Utah threatens, rapes, and impregnates a 13-year-old child. And when you're 13, you're still a child. I'm a father, and when my child was 13, yes, he's still a child. We'll go on with the article. And this is a tough one, folks. This is out of Salt Lake City, Utah, right in the heart of Mormon country. A Salt Lake City man has been charged with raping and impregnating a 13-year-old girl. The charges were filed after DNA collected from the newborn baby proved he was the father. It only made local news. In fact, to find out he's Sudanese refugee, you have to go deep into the article originally sourced at the AP, which is the Associated Press. The media is hiding these crimes from the public, and here is this is William P.O. McCooey. And I can put that comment right there that he looks like a beaut. That's not me. So I don't want anybody to think that I put that there because I didn't. I'm not going to judge anybody on how they look. We're just going to report the facts, and then that's it. William P.O. McCooey, 52, was charged by the Utah Attorney General's office Wednesday with 2 counts of rape of a child, a first-degree felony. He impregnated a 13-year-old girl. Detectives learned that the girl had been raped multiple times by a man only known as William. On one occasion, William offered the girl something to drink. She then fell asleep. When she woke up, her clothes were off, the charges state. You already see where this is going. On another occasion, the girl was walking home from the store when William drove up next to her and told her to get in. William threatened that something bad would happen to her and her family if she did not get in. This is what it states in the charges. The girl was taken to a house and raped, according to the police. Based on the description from the girl, investigators reviewed the records of a Sudanese man named William who lived in the same refugee community as the girl, according to court documents. So I don't know if this girl is a white girl or not, and it really doesn't matter. If you rape, it doesn't matter what color the child is. I have no tolerance or patience for a mother who raped children. Okay, I have none. None. You get none from me. And it doesn't matter what color the victim is or what religion she is. When a man does this to a child, you get no sympathy from me. None. And you need to consider yourself lucky that you just need to consider yourself lucky. In August, the girl gave birth to her child. Investigators collected DNA from the baby and followed McCooey until he discarded a cigarette butt on the ground outside of his vehicle. Investigators collected the cigarette butt and submitted it to Sorensen Forensics for DNA for paternity testing. On January 19, 2017, Sorensen Forensics returned a report that the sample from William McCooey was a match for the father of the child, according to the charges. He has been arrested and held without bail, so this confirmed that he was the father, that he had raped his 13-year-old child. Last June, there was a case in Twin Falls, Idaho, involving 3 juvenile boys, 2 from Sudan and 1 from Iraq, who allegedly sexually assaulted a 5-year-old special needs girl in the laundry room of the Fallbrook Apartments in Twin Falls. I actually did a story about that, and it kind of angered me that not enough people watched it. And it bothers me sometimes when you people would rather see crazy Muslims fighting, but you don't care about what's going on right here in your own country when your daughters, your sisters, your people, your women are being raped. And I'm not putting you down, I'm just telling you, it really pisses me off about some of you. The U.S. Attorney, Wendy J. Olson, was far more concerned about the boys having been misidentified as Syrian and livid that there might be negative repercussions to the immigrant community. Newspapers wouldn't report much about the case. Now, think about that for a minute. The U.S. Attorney, Wendy, right here, baby. Now, Wendy J. Olson was more concerned about the boys being misidentified. Here's a special needs child who's been raped. And this woman is more concerned about the boys being misidentified than this little girl who's been raped, a special needs girl. You see, it's time to look deeper. Time to look deeper. I've always told you the 2 questions to ask are who and why. It's one thing for immigrants to behave badly, evil. Who is behind it? In early January, a refugee newly arrived from Somalia had been tried and convicted for attempting to sexually assault a special needs woman while she was sitting outside of a home for the disabled in Aberdeen, South Dakota. I also did that story. And again, only like 4,000 or 5,000 people cared enough to actually read it. The media didn't publish the story. Again, the media did not publish the story. These are your people. These are Americans being raped. It should anger you to no end. There are many other cases. Small cities in the nation's heartland, the Dakotas, Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Tennessee, and Kentucky, are all magnets for refugees from Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Burma, the Republic of Congo, and Syria because of meatpacking companies' unquenchable thirst for cheap foreign labor. You see, they don't want to hire Americans. They want to hire foreign labor, cheap labor. Small towns are being inundated with a heavy influx of refugees sent there by the U.S. State Department. Let's get that here now. You ready? U.S. State Department in cooperation with the United Nations. You need to really remember this last word right here, brothers and sisters. United Nations. Eventually, I'm going to take us there. That's where we're going. Eventually, we're going to go to the deep water. I promise you. Crimes in places like Amarillo has gone through the roof because of it. Amarillo, Texas. And I just want to say, I've had 4 people send me private messages telling me, could you do a story about Amarillo? I had a woman, and I've not got to it yet, send me some video of how bad it's become in the Panhandle in western Texas because they have simply brought in so many refugees. Our city, Amarillo, Texas, is failing because of the refugees. We have 22 different languages spoken in our schools. That's mind-blowing. We've got 42 languages being fielded by our 911 call centers, and crime is just through the roof. We need to exercise caution, especially for the sake of our children. One speaker told townspeople in Montana, where she recently moved, people were there to find out the well-hidden truth. Well-hidden truth. People need to put a stop to this. Companies work on profit, not conscience, so it's up to the public to say it's enough. Thank you, people, for watching. I love you guys. I love everybody. I don't love the evil of this world. And we are in a battle, and it's worse. I love you guys. Take care. Take care of one another. Take care of your brothers, your sisters. Take care.